What's going on? Welcome back to the 1776 Report, the #1 YouTube channel for exposing the stupidity of the woke left. It's been a long and fun July 4th weekend. I've spent a lot of quality time and had a great time with my friends and family, and I hope you have had the opportunity to do the same. It is a week where we celebrate this country's independence, which represents freedom. But some woke idiots out there don't feel the same way. Take a listen.
A flag outside of somebody's house, I just automatically assume you racist.
Oh, most definitely. But we felt that way for years. Like, I'm 51, and even as a kid, we knew. It was understood. If there was an American flag at their house, they some racist-ass white mother. That's just what it was. I thought everybody thought that, or knew that. It's funny to see that they're saying it now, and it's like it's kind of new, but no. Yeah, been thinking about that, thought that forever.
Okay, maybe that's just one idiot who wants to play the victim card, wants to play the race card, but apparently not, because a lot of people feel that way. Take a look.
So we're visiting in upstate New York near Poughkeepsie. Lots of farm country, lots of American flags and Blue Lives Matter flags, and it was really making me uneasy. And then we came to this cute little town called Hudson. I guess it's a famous whaling town. And I see a lot of flags like this. Totally felt my nerves come at ease.
The American flag freaks this gentleman out, which I think is ironic, because if you look at the laws in Africa, let's say, here's some of the laws regarding the LGBTQ plus community. The maximum penalty is death in Mauritania, Somalia, Nigeria, where Sharia law is applied. If you're gay, you're literally executed. The maximum penalty is life imprisonment for same-sex relations in Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia. Jail terms of up to 14 years are possible in Gambia, Kenya, and Malawi. So these idiots, these woke clowns, want to say that the American flag makes them feel uneasy. However, the LGBTQ flag makes them feel warm and fuzzy and at home. But little do they realize, they're so clueless and idiotic that they don't realize that there are literally countries out there in Africa, how ironic is that, in Africa, that will execute people if they are in a same-sex gay relationship. This gentleman has no idea what he's talking about. This guy could have walked into the Trump rally in Pickens, South Carolina, where reports said there was 50,000 plus Trump supporters who were all waving American flags. He could have walked in there, taken a seat, and people would have been nothing but nice and welcoming to this man. Sure, there is possibly some racism still out there. I'm sure there is some racists still out there. But I would say 99% of Americans don't have a racist bone in their body. They're sick of the woke nonsense is what it is. They're sick of the victim mentality, the victim agenda, the marginalized communities. Give me a break. And it's not only idiot, uneducated people who are bashing the United States on Independence Day. It's also big corporations like Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's delivers 4th of July edict. Stolen indigenous land must be returned. Ben & Jerry's sent out this tweet. This 4th of July, it's high time we recognize that the U.S. exists on stolen indigenous land and commit to returning it. Now, these woke corporations haven't learned their lesson, apparently. They haven't learned their lesson from Bud Light. Okay, Ben & Jerry's, sure. The atrocities that were done to Native Americans were wrong. But what are you going to do? You're going to give people houses up that live in Oklahoma where native lands are? I don't think so. Give me a break. Sure, America has done some wrong in the past, but we can't live in the past, and America is the best country that offers the most freedom to its citizens in the entire world. Why don't you focus on some real current day issues in the world, like maybe the fact that if you're gay in Africa, you can receive the death penalty, or maybe that the Chinese Uyghur Muslim population is being placed in concentration camps. But you won't do that because this is all a game to you. You're pandering to a woke mob in order to fit an agenda. You are a loser if you are propagating this narrative. because it is false. Not only is it woke clowns who are uneducated and don't know any better, who just want to play the victim card because their life didn't turn out the way they wanted it to, so they blame somebody else. Not only is it woke corporations who are pushing an agenda to make money, but it's also elected members of Congress. Take Cori Bush. Cori Bush tweeted, "The Declaration of Independence was written by enslavers and didn't recognize black people as human. Today is a great day to demand reparations now." Cori Bush wants reparations. But let me tell you something, Cori Bush. How many Northern troops fought in the Civil War and died to abolish slavery? They died. So are we going to provide them reparations as well? The families of the Northern troops who fought in the Civil War to abolish slavery? And let me tell you something about the sacrifices made by those who signed the Declaration of Independence. Those people who you call enslavers and racist bigots. 5 people who signed the Declaration of Independence, 5 signers, were captured by the British as traitors and tortured before they died. 12 had their homes ransacked and burned. 2 lost their sons in the Revolutionary Army. Another had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 fought and died from wounds of hardships of the Revolutionary War. They signed and they pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to this great country. Carter Braxton, a wealthy trader and farmer from Virginia, saw his cargo ships swept from the seas by the British Navy. He sold his home and properties to pay his debts and died broke, died bankrupt. Thomas McKean was so hounded by the British that he was forced to move his family almost constantly. He was moving around the rest of his life, fearful. He served in the Congress without pay, and his family was kept in hiding. His possessions were stolen from him, and his only reward for signing the Declaration of Independence was living the rest of his life in fear and broke. If you signed the Declaration of Independence, you knew what was coming. You were going to live out the rest of your life in fear. You were going to have the British on your tail for the rest of your life. They were going to seize your assets. If you had a farm, they were going to seize your farm. If you had a company that was trading goods and you had ships and boats to move those goods, they were going to take your boats and they were going to sink them. These people who signed the Declaration of Independence, the signers, had bigger balls than anyone who is bashing the United States today could ever dream of having. Somebody like Bree Newsom Bass. I'm sorry, but anyone happily waving American flags right now is either a gleeful white supremacist or is gleefully uninformed. Nobody can deny that America is the only country where black people, Asian people, white people, gay people, straight people, Muslims, Jews, Christians can all live in harmony. And if you go to the gas station, if I go to the gas station and a black guy, a Muslim guy, an Asian guy is coming behind me, I'm going to hold the door for that person. I do not think twice. And I think if a black guy was in front of me, they would hold the door for me. No other country are going to see that. That is America. That is what America stands for. And these idiots who on Independence Day, which should be a day where we celebrate our flaws and our victories, are tweeting this kind of crap, should be ashamed of themselves. Let me know what you think about all of this nonsense in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.